as we take advantage of them. Good evening, everyone. You're welcome to tonight's session. And I specifically want to welcome you to the second quarter of 2026. It's a quarter that promises great things, great opportunities as we take advantage of them. I also want to remind us of our reasons of being here, which is particularly intentional growth to ensure that we move from where we are to where we are supposed to be in terms of growth and healthy development holistically, in mindset, in leadership, in finance, to ensure that our lives get better by the day. I hope I'm audible, and I hope you can see my slides so that we can commence immediately. Can someone confirm, can see my slide, and you can hear me? Hello, people, can you hear me? Please
Yes,
confirm.
we can. We can hear you and we can see your slide.
All right, thank you so much. Once again, I welcome you to this live session. And tonight, we just want to achieve something very brief and very, very important. And that it has to do with the issue of money mindset and financial awareness foundation. Money mindset. We'll be looking at change of habits, how you can develop into a better person by changing the actions, your thoughts, your decisions, and your actions by way of changing our habits. That's what we have looked at all through the first quarter. But in this second quarter, we have a goal that we are looking at this time, and that is financial awareness, financial mastery. In this second quarter, we are diving through the issue of finance and to get us through the basic financial intelligence and stewardship mastery. And in this month, April, we are looking at this subject, money mindset reset and financial awareness foundation. Today, we want to explore what is money and what is mindset? What is this money mindset? How do we get to change our mindset in order to become better, be better with money and our foundation? So we continue right away. And what is money? What is money? We've been hearing about the word money, in fact, since we know ourselves. And I'd like you to pay rapt attention to every knowledge we shall be sharing today. And at the end of this section, you have opportunity to ask questions and to share anything that stood out for you in the course of the session. So let's go straight. Money is a tool for exchange. Money is a tool for exchange. Money is what you use to get value. Money is a reward for value you provide. Money is a tool. This number two is what so many people know about. We use money to buy food, to buy clothing, to get services offered or rendered to us. We use money to get comfort, live in good houses, drive good cars, take Uber, and so many other things that we use on daily basis to make life comfortable for us. We must also understand that money is a reward for value that we provide. Various persons are into different kind of value provision. Either you're employed, or you're a business person, an entrepreneur, or you offer one service or the other in exchange for a reward, for a value. So money is a tool. As Robert Kiyosaki teaches, that money is not just cash. It is a tool that works for those who understand it. But I'd like to quickly bring to your notice that money is not evil in itself. Money is not everything. Even though the Holy Book says that money answereth all things, but money is not everything. Money cannot give you good godly relationship. Money cannot give you health. It can provide health care. That's to prove to you that money can do quite a lot of things, but money is not everything. If you have money full your house and you need an assistant of somebody, the money cannot stand up to do things for you. It shows to us that money is very important. It's needed every day, but it's purely not everything. Now, money is a tool that reflects value and decision. Money is a tool that reflects value and decision. I like this to I like to understand this very well. Money is a tool. Understand the word tool that reflects value and decision. Now, according to one of my mentor from her book, Start Young, Grow Rich, he said, she wrote there that money is a medium of exchange that allow us to trade with others instead of having to barter or trade goods directly. From the knowledge of our secondary school, even higher institutions, some of us that come through some kind of knowledge about money, you have this basic knowledge. It's a medium of exchange in the and if you go through history, there was a time in which some certain instruments were adopted then to use as money. That's how you have the likes of cowries being used then as money, coins. In Nigeria, for instance, we had in the days where coins were used, there was no paper money at that time. So money so having instead is a collective agreement. So money has value because we have agreed as a society to give it value. And that's simply the truth. Money has value. For instance, your coins is no longer in use. Your cowries are no longer in use. Why? Because we have transferred the value from those materials to paper. So when you hold, for instance, 1,000 naira note, it can get you what 1,000 naira can get. So we add value to it. We add value to paper money as we use today. And all over the world, it's the same thing. So money has value. Why? Because we have agreed as a society to give it value. So next, now that is money is a tool. Now, what is mindset? I want to break it down for us to fully understand what is mindset. We've been talking about habit all this while, mindset, but what do we really mean when we are talking about mindset? Now, mindset is your way of thinking. Simply, mindset is the way you think, the way you reason. It is how you see things. It is how you believe things, and it is how you respond to situations. Different people respond to life in different ways. So if you meet uh, a person named EA, if you meet anybody on your way and you hear people talk, you hear people converse, there's conversation in between different people. What people brings out from themselves in a way of words, conversations, is as a result of the way they see things, the way they believe things, and that's the way they respond. So mindset is a way of thinking. Now, mindset equals inner programming. Your mindset equals inner programming. Now, for instance, if you think wrongly, you have to act wrongly because that's the programming. If you think wisely, you will act wisely. Why? Because that is your inner programming. So we do not respond to issues just based on what is surrounding us. We respond to issues of life based on our inner programming. And that is where the issue of money comes in. But what is reset? Don't forget we are looking at what? Money, mind, reset. Now, reset simply means start again the right way. Reset, start again the right way. Letting go of wrong patterns, correcting your direction, starting fresh with better understanding. Reset means stop, correct, and restart properly. Stop, correct, and restart properly. That's reset. Start again in the right way. And what do we mean by money mindset reset? Money mindset reset simply means changing the way you think about money so that you can handle it wisely and get better results. Every one of us have different kind of mindset towards money. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. That's one of the basic things we're going to be looking at. Because if we don't take care of our mindset, we will not be able to what? Use money as a tool for ourselves. Because several people, millions, people on daily basis are under the influence of money. Money controls them. But if we learn these basics, we'll find out that money is supposed to be a tool in our hand that serves us, not that we serve money. So it's a way money mindset research seems to change the way we think about money so that we can handle it wisely and get better results. Now, it is changing from careless spending to intentional spending. It is changing from confusion to clarity. It is changing from being controlled by money to controlling money. What does this say to do is the process of changing our, our thinking about money so we can manage, grow, and control it wisely. The process of changing and thinking about money so we can manage. Because if we don't learn how to manage, how to grow, how to control money, then money will in turn control us. Some people may think, well, I don't have enough. That's why, in fact, what am I managing? What am I growing when what I'm getting is barely enough to take me through? But whatever you have in your hand can be well managed, can be applied. Some principles can be applied to it to grow, and you can control it no matter how much you are making. And that's why we are in this class today. Okay. So money does not respond to wishes, but understanding, discipline, and identity. Many people are broke, not because they do not earn enough. They are broke because they think wrongly about money. It is not how much money you make, but how much money you keep. No matter how much you make, if you have a wrong mindset towards money, you will not be able to keep as much as possible. In fact, somebody that has a right mindset and earning about 200,000 will be better off with somebody that have a wrong mindset that is earning 2 million. Because at the end of the day, it's not how much money you make, but how much you keep. What does it mean? Somebody can be earning 2 million, monthly, and does not have a saving of 50,000. Why somebody that is earning 200,000 can be having a saving of 50,000 on monthly basis. And at the end of the day, you will now, by the time you weigh the two people, you discover that what the person earning 200,000 is living better because he plans his money well, his money is working for him, and is keeping back part of the money that he's making. But somebody that is earning 2 million is spending all, and money spent can never be, be gotten back because except it is being invested. So it is not how much you make, but it's how much money that you keep that matters. So staying broke is as a result of what? Wrong thinking, wrong mindset about money. Now let's dive deep into it. What are money mindset resets? What are money mindset resets? Number one, we have to understand that money is a tool, not a master. You must look at money as a tool and not a master. Now, most people serve money. The wise people make money serve them. Most people serve money. Most people everywhere serve money. But money is a terrible master. It can also be an excellent servant. According to P.T. Barnum, money is a terrible master. If you allow money to control you, money will take you to wherever you don't want to go. Now, if money controls your emotion, for instance, it is your master. But if you control how money is used, it is your tool or it is your servant. We agree that what spending has so much to do with emotion. That is why we must not allow emotion to override our thinking when we have to do with money, when it has to do with money. We must see money as a tool, not as a master. And we must, learn what we need to learn about money, the basics, the foundation, starting. to ensure that what we use money to serve us, not we serving money. So the next time you want to buy something, ask yourself, am I buying this based on emotion? Do I really need this particular item I'm getting? This will help you to check whether you are buying by emotion, by impulses, or you really need this particular item that you want to spend this money upon. Now, money, your financial life reflects your inner beliefs. Your financial life reflects your inner beliefs. What you believe about money shapes your reality. Whatever that you believe about money shapes your reality. T. Half Kever said, your income can grow only to the extent that you do. So how you use money, how you relate with money, how you spend money reflects your inner programming that we start with. The mindset simply means inner programming. So your money inner programming determines how you relate with money. Your relationship with money is very important because that determines if money will stay with you or if it will, as quickly as it gets to your hand, be spent off. Don't forget this. Those that have financial knowledge and understanding and are offering values will always get money. Why? Because that money in the hands of the people that does not have lack financial intelligence will flow to those that have value, have enough knowledge to retain money and multiply it. That's why you always buy something. Some people, everything they know what to do is to buy. They buy and buy and buy. They offer little to no value to anything. So anything that comes to their hand, they buy. They have not sat down to to think, how can other people be paying me? What can I be doing for other people to pay me? I have one thing I'm doing, I have a salary that I'm earning right now. What else can I do to ensure that I'm being paid by other people? So simply put, if you believe money is hard to get, you struggle. But if you believe that I'm a good steward, then you can improve because money is entrusted. Now, stop emotional spending, stop impulse buying. Some people cannot resist anything beautiful, something beautiful that your eye sees. Emotional buying has to do with eyes. Control your eyes. Even though your eyes see something that is beautiful, if you cannot afford it, you cannot afford it. Many people don't spend money, they release emotions through spending. When some people are sad, they feel like spending. When some people are happy, they feel like spending. These emotions are what drains people's money. That's why no matter how much you earn, if this emotion controls you, you will, no matter the amount, the money will not be able to stay in your hand. Because these days, there are so much that is, that is placed before us. By the time you pick your phone, you see adverts everywhere. Temu, whatever it is, you see adverts popping up, beautiful things that you feel in need, and your emotion will begin to appeal to you. Oh, you need them, buy them. By the time you buy this shoe, you look beautiful, you look handsome. Dave Ramsey said, we buy things we don't need with money we don't have. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have. Spending is often emotional, not logical. So why do we look for money? Some people save money, and that savings is to go and buy earring. Some people save money, and that particular saving is to buy one thing that will literally not really add value to them. Meanwhile, their future is crying for some money to be saved for it. So, but discipline begins with awareness. If we don't know and we don't have basics about money, we will not be able to discipline ourselves to get it. There is no rich man you can find on the earth today that is controlled by emotion, emotional spending, by impulse. If not, they cannot be rich. Because no matter how much you have, there are 1 billion and one thing that you can spend money on a day. There are so many things you can spend money on, no matter how much you have. It can disappear under 1 week, under 1 month by this emotional spending. So stop emotional spending. That's one of the research. Then number 4, adopt a stewardship identity. Shift from I spend money to I manage resources entrusted to me. And that is where transformation begins. Money is entrusted to us by God, the creator. God is the creator of money. Any money he brings to your hands needs accountability, is entrusted. So that is why every money you earn has three. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel um, said in one of his teaching that money is tripartite. That is, money has a body, money has a spirit, and money has a soul. And he also said that what money has a past, has a present, and has a future. What does that mean? Any money that you earn, there are some obligations you have to meet. That is in the past. Probably you are owing one thing or the other. You have to pay some money there and there. Then money is needed in the present. You have to buy things that you use on a daily basis. You need food for survival and the rest. Then money has a future. You need to save for the future. Money is tripartite. It has a past, it has a present, and it has a future. But it is discipline. It is this knowledge that this money is entrusted into me to be able to fulfill destiny. By this knowledge, you can now begin to discipline yourself to use money wisely. So adopt a stewardship mentality. Have it at the front and the back of your mind that I am a steward. God committed this money to my hand to use it. And let's move to the second part today, and that is financial awareness foundation. And the number one thing we're going to talk about, and if you understand this one very well, you are starting on a very good note. Financial awareness foundation. If you understand this one very well, please pay attention. If you understand this very well, then you are going to make huge and dramatic change in your financial life. Please know your numbers. This is the basic. This is the basis. Know your numbers. What you are not aware of, you cannot take measures to be able to make it to work for your advantage. Know your numbers. Clarity is power. Know your number. How much do you own? Have you sat down? And I want you to take this home after this session today to really sit down. How much do I own? What belongs to me? How much do I own? In terms of money, assets, values. How much do you owe? How much are you owing anybody, institution, banks, or whatever, your friend, your neighbor? How much do you owe? How much is owed to you? As you are owing somebody, somebody is also owing you. Some people like to borrow some people money without having documentation. Your friend just comes, please, can you give me 5K? Just give me 5K. Tomorrow I'll give you, and that's why you have forgotten. How much is owed to you is very important. How much do you make on a week, on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, quarterly basis? How much do you make? Do you know these numbers? How much do you need? How much do you need to keep life going? Because there's a cost to life. That's what it's called, cost of living. There's a cost of living. How much do you need to survive? How much do you need? Then how much do you keep? These numbers are really important. How much do you keep? How much do you keep? How much do you spend? This is key. How much do you spend? How much do you plan to make in addition to what you currently make? This is from one of my mentor, Tobore Olumoye. If you know these numbers, then you are starting out on a good note because you cannot control what you don't measure, what you cannot measure. And I tell you the truth, sir. I tell you the truth. Everything that comes into your hand, you can account for them. Peter Drucker said, what gets measured gets managed. It is what you can measure, you can manage. What you cannot control, you cannot measure. And what you cannot measure, you cannot manage. When I started out, through my mentors, and I began to understand this issue of finance, I began to take my numbers very, very seriously. As of today, since 2024, June to date, I can tell you per week, per month, every dime that I've spent, every dime that came into my hand. Because I got to know that these numbers is key. Let's look at it again. Is key. The clarity here is power. These numbers is key. If you don't get these numbers, then you have already missed the foundation. And if the foundation be destroyed, there's nothing you can do. So as of today, even till this evening, before this session, I have written down all that I have, both money that have come to my hand, the one I have spent today. I can tell you since June 2024 till date, how much is my how much I earn per week, per month, including how much bank deducts, bank charges, how much I spend on food on monthly basis, how much I spend on fueling on monthly basis, on local transportation, and so much. My numbers are at my fingertips because I have a book for them. If I'm going out, I have small note in my bag, in my jotter, where I put down every small detail, everything detailed. And when I return home in the evening and I'm about to retire to bed, I pick my own income and expenditure notebook and I write down with date. Today's date, I've written it. I pen it down. Everything that has come to my hand today. Today is 11th, including including the interest I earn from OPay. I have it. And all the other savings that I'm working, including stamp duty by government. What they collected for me today, I have it. What banks collect for me today, I have it written down. Why? Because these numbers are important. If you don't know where you are going to, everywhere will look like the place. So please measure. You cannot control what you don't measure. I look at it again and I read it again. Know your numbers. Know how much do you own? How much do you owe? How much is owed you? How much do you make? How much do you need? How much do you keep from that money you are making? Last month's salary, how much do you keep? Then how much do you spend? How much do you plan to make in addition to what you currently make? You are earning salary. Yes, there's something else you can do. I have several things I'm doing. Little here. Some can bring 5,000. Some can bring 10,000. Some can bring 50,000, as the case may be. Little things here and there. They call it side hustles. How many do you have? So what gets measured gets managed. Let's move to the next one. Number two, remember we are looking at what? Financial Awareness Foundation. Number one is know your numbers. Number two, today is align lifestyle with income. Many people live above income. Anybody that is living above his or her income is living in debt. If you are living above your income, then where are you getting the extra that you are spending? You are owing. You are owing somebody, you are owing institutions. It may not be cash you are collecting, but you owe your neighbor that is selling tea and bread. You collected. You are living above your means, make you to live in debt. People that live according to their income, they live by survival. That there's no saving, there's nothing left behind. Everything is consumed. That is survival. You are surviving. That is why if that source of income cut off, the person goes into ground zero. But where the richest people function is this number 3 point, live below income. So that you can have extra to save and invest. Live below your income. That is why you can have savings, have money left over. It was when I understood this that I began to have, many of us have been on this journey. I don't know which level you are today, but you can live from indebtedness to growth, from being indebted to growth by strategically taking appropriate action to what you are hearing, what you are learning today, and what you shall learn all throughout this quarter, because this is our focus. Wealth is not showing off. Wealth is what you keep and grow. Anybody you see that is showing off wealth, wealthy people does not show off. You don't even know they are wealthy. In fact, wealthy people, in most cases, they look the simplest. They are not, they dress well, quite all right. They don't dress in rags, but they dress simple, simple and very okay. They are comfortable in what they wear. But you see the people that doesn't have it, they would like to show it. They are the one that will ride the biggest car, wear the most expensive dresses. Have you ever imagined the company that produces the most expensive gadgets and clothing, Gucci's and what have you? Many of them don't use them. They produce it for the market, but they don't use them. Please align lifestyle with your income. Don't live above your income. If not, you live in debt. Don't spend all your money. If not, you are just surviving. Live below your income so that you can have leftover to save and invest. Now, let's move to number 3 today. Track every naira. This is what I've just explained. Track every naira. That's awareness exercise. From today, in the next 20 days, between today and the end of this month is 20 days. Write down every money you make, beginning from this night. Write down every money you make. Sit down after this session and ask yourself, how much come to my hand today? How much did I make today? How much did I make today? Write down your expenses. What did you spend money today? No matter how small it is, just write it down. Why? Because it is small leak. What sink great ship is not, is not fracture or accident, so to say. If you have a small leak where water gain access into a ship on the sea, that ship is head for a sinking journey, as said by Franklin and Benjamin Franklin. Small leaks sink great ships. Write down every detail. Now, in my own case, this becomes easy for me because I have an account that is where I do all my spending, so I can track it. And the accounts that I have mobile apps to them. That's the account that I use. I have mobile apps to them, so I can check in and check out at any time and know what bank deducts. So if I don't do it daily, every night, I ensure that I do it. If I couldn't do it by so many schedules, the following day, I must ensure I do to date. Like as at today now, since the beginning of the year till now, I have detailed every single naira that have entered my hand and what it has gone for, the ones going for savings, the ones going for investment, the one that is going for feeding, keeping up for the family, because there's cost for living. So in the next 20 days, starting from today, write down every money you make, write down every expenses, no matter how small it is. Yes, let's move to the next one to keep to time. Now, face your financial reality. And this is key. There's no denial. Face your financial reality. This is where many people avoid truth. So many people don't want to face reality. Some people have hope capital. They believe that their life will take care of them. Say, heaven will help us. God will help us. It is well. If it is not well with if it is not well with this basic understanding, then it is not truly well. If you are ignorant, it cannot be fully well because ignorance is expensive and awareness is uncomfortable, but it is profitable at the end of the day. So that's why I appreciate people that tell you the truth about your situation, not in an insulting way, but when you come through knowledge that exposes yourself to you, then appreciate it, embrace it, and do the necessary changes by taking necessary steps that you need to take. Ignorance is expensive. Awareness is uncomfortable, but it is profitable. Now, what are your clear actions? Start expense tracking today. We have said that. Write down your total monthly income and expenses. Identify, no matter how the number, or 3 unnecessary spending habits. Today, I looked at I have a budget that I use, and I began to look at my expenses for last month. I began to say, okay, why is this one higher than this? Some are quite low than my budget for the month, but few are a bit higher. Now, why are they higher? Okay, so fuel has increased from the amount I used to buy before. Okay, so this understanding, but how can I reduce it to make sure I stay within the budget? Now, my expenses are not above my income, so I could have what to save. what to do other things with, how to send some money on errands so that they can keep working and generating other money for me. So you must be realistic. There's no denial. Self-denial is a killer disease. If you are if you are lying to yourself or you are denying yourself of the necessary truth and actions you have to take, then nobody else can help you. But this session, this time, this quarter is to expose our financial reality to us. Please check your spending habits. Cut out some things that are not relevant. There are some things you know that if you remove it, you will not die. Nobody will die. If you reduce some things, life will not be hard, but it is just what? Financial intelligence to do so. As I conclude today, please note, until you change how you think about money, you will always struggle with it. And that is where it begins from. Until you change how you think about money, you will always struggle with it. You are not here just to make money. You are here to master the money that you make. You are here to manage it and you are here to multiply it. That's why, as a law of managing money, you do not wait until money comes to your hand before you plan it. That is why you ought to have a budget on monthly basis. What do you want to spend throughout the month? Before the month ends, you sit down with yourself, call yourself to a quiet time, pick your pen, your book, and begin to write out what you need for the new month. How much are you expecting? How much is the expected income? Then, how much are you expecting to spend on the basics of life? Food, clothing, housing, transportation to work, and several others that you know is very important to you. In the course of this quarter, we are going to also look at budgeting and what it entails. But please ask yourself this question: who controls your money right now? Is it you or your habit? Who controls your money? Ask yourself as you're listening to me right now, who controls your money? Are you the one controlling your money, or is your feeling, or is your emotion? You just receive text message, uncle, please just help me. I've been feeling headache since yesterday. What if you are not there? The same person will go to another person and ask, auntie. So please, what is controlling your money? Is it you or your habit? Do you know where your money is going? Sometimes you just look at, but this money was like this amount. How come it has reduced to this level? It's not magic. It's not spirit that come to carry it. You're the one that spend it. So ask yourself, what is my relationship with money? What can I do to ensure that my money makes sense? That I am in control of my money? How can you be in control of your money? Not by emotions. When you pass through that particular joint you used to pass through to go and eat or to buy something, and your body does not move to go in and buy that thing you used to buy, you have asked yourself, this thing, do I really need it? One of my mentors says, anytime your body is pushing you to buy that particular thing, save the money. Yes, you have the money, quite right. Save it. Come back after 24 hours or 48 hours, 1 day or 2 days later. Come back, whether you still need that particular thing your body is pushing you to buy. If you don't need that particular thing again, then save the money for the future to go and work for you. So what are we saying in essence today? Ensure you master you train your inner mind to be able to master money, because it is very, very important. Money answered all things, but money is not everything. I leave you with this thought and thank you for listening to this section. At this point in time, I'd like to request that you ask your questions, whatever stood out for you throughout this session. Please go ahead now. Ask your question on mute. What stood out for you and which area that you need clarification? Please ask, the floor is yours.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the class. It was really an eye opener. So during the class, like something just stirred up. I have a question, and I just think because this topic also relates to this question has been battling me for long. So my question goes thus: like, how do you control family pressure on your finances, especially as a single bachelor, so it doesn't affect your future financial goals? And in this scenario, emotions speak louder because you still want to respect family and you still want to, you still want to build your future goals. So how do you control the family pressure on your finances so you don't live by emotions? Just live intentional. So that's it.
Okay, thank you very much, Godwin Daniel, for that question.
Yes, sir.
Let me start from the point where I was also in this kind of scenario. When I began working and earning money, I was the kind of person that likes spending my money, giving to, I will send to mother, I will send to brother, brother A, brother B, sister A, sister C. And at the end of the day, I have little to nothing left. And I begin to struggle again. You begin to work again until the month ends. But these are the steps that I take. First and foremost, we live in an environment, we live in a cultured environment where we cannot fully detach ourselves from family members. Probably when you are going to school, they have helped you in one way or the other. Mother, father, yes, and all that. So you have received help from there and there. And you may tend to feel indebted to them. Now that I'm working, I have to also be doing something back to them. Where in real sense, it's not supposed to be. Our parents owe us, so to say, education, at least to a certain level. At least your parents owe you first degree. That's the basic. So if you want to continue from there, it's fine. But how you handle this is to create a budget. We cannot avoid them. In fact, I'm talking to you today. I've sent money to my brother that is in school this evening, just before this class. But do you know the bill? He sent me a particular bill because after Easter they're returning back to school. He sent me a particular bill. But how many percentage do I out of 100%? I said I sent 30% to him. This is what I have. So find a way of uh how to complete it. That person will not insult you that you have not helped. For example, somebody is asking you for 100,000. If it's 30,000 you have, oh, this is my capacity presently. Please, God will multiply it in your hand. Simple. Then, so you have a budget for them. That's what I do. Presently, I have a budget for my extended family. If that budget is exhausted in the month, you can't get anything else. You wait for next month, no matter what is happening. Why? Because I used to ask myself one single question. I think that was last year, December, I traveled home and I called my siblings and my mother. And I said, I wanted to see how they were reacting, how they were going to react. I said, I'm not responsible for anybody. I said, my brothers are my siblings. You are my mother. I'm not responsible to you. I'm not responsible to my brothers. Yes, we have a collective, we have one father. Our father is no more, but everybody has to go and work for themselves. Nobody should depend on me for anything. I'm putting that to them so that it will arouse their curiosity to find something to do, not to rely on their brother. Oh, their brother is working. Their brother is working every month at least. I'll just wait for month end and something will come to my hand. So I created it. Now, after that, after I returned back to my base, my mother called me one day and said, are you saying you're not going to send me money for food? I said, I'm not saying so. I'm only telling you people that whatever I give you people, please stay with it and manage it so that you will not be collecting money from me every week. What I send money to you, that's for the month. Except there's even if there's any emergency, I will not handle it alone. I will call everybody. There's this emergency in the family, so everybody should put them together because I am not the father of the house. I am not God. If you are making yourself God, then you just die before your time. So financial pressure is real. Black tax in Africa is real, but we have to apply wisdom and knowledge to it. Do not please others to displease your future. Ensure you have a budget. No, I don't know how much you're making. Have a budget from that which you are making. Have a budget for yourself. Pay yourself first by putting your money in what can generate more money. Then have another budget for your family members, no matter how small it is. And if you have released that, please, anybody that is asking for anything, let it wait for another time. I hope I've been able to
Oh, yes, sir.
answer you. Yes.
Oh,
Thank you
thank
very
you, sir.
much. You're welcome. Any other question, please? Any contribution so far? I don't intend to keep us long. Any question, any contribution? Okay. Jedi said, I love the fact that you said I'm not God. That's purely the truth. You are not God, you cannot solve everybody's problem. It's only God that can solve everybody's problem. So don't turn yourself to God by replacing God in somebody else's life. All right, if we have no further question, I'm so excited about this quarter, and I like you to take it very serious because we are getting deeper in this community. We are getting deeper and deeper. This month is all about finance. I don't want you to miss any aspect of it. And we are having somebody special to me, special to my financial journey. Okay. Okay. Before I proceed with the announcement, Jedi has your hand is up. Please, can you unmute and speak? Can you unmute, please?
Yes, good evening, Coach Samuel. Good evening,
Yes. Good
everyone.
evening.
I
Thank you.
just wanted to appreciate your efforts. I see what you're doing, even in the group, and how you give out nuggets. And this in this section was powerful. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And we'll be having more and more. And the intention is that at the end of this year, your growth will surprise yourself. So as I was saying, we are having somebody very important to me and very important to us coming to speak with us and our next session. Our next session is on the 25th. And to refresh our mind again, every month we are having 2 live sessions. Apart from the discussions on the group, we are having 2 live sessions. Second Saturday of the month, which is today, and the number 4th Saturday of the month. So second Saturday, 4th Saturday of every month. And we're also planning a webinar. We're going to let you know the details. But this coming session, which is on the 25th of this month, we're having Dr. I call her my Coach Blessing. She's coming to speak with us. She's a very renowned person. She's an international speaker, and her field is finance. In fact, whatever I know today, I draw from so many. I have 2 of them that are very dear to me, and she has agreed to speak with us our next live session. The flyer will come out within next week so that we can begin to invite more people to be a partaker of whatever that we are enjoying from this platform. Her name is Dr. Blessing Elea, and she's going to be speaking with us, speaking to us on the 25th. So more details will be coming on the platform. Invite your friends, your neighbors to come and be partaker of what we are enjoying. Let them join the platform. It's free of charge. And but for the fact that it's free of charge does not mean it's absolutely free. It costs us that run the platform some certain costs on a monthly basis. And that's why I don't want you to take it for granted. To maintain the platform and as well to maintain the live sessions is costing something, just to make sure that we give back to as many people that can be a partaker of it. I'd like to appreciate you again. The live this recording will be available. You can still go through it when it's made available by our our host. And I'd like to tell you that this second quarter is going to be a life-changing quarter for us as we continue to take note of all the things that we shall be learning basis and on monthly basis. And by our next book reading as well is going to start the first Monday of May. We have a lot coming in this month. So shift our book reading, and the book we're going to be reading and reviewing. Well, I'm going to be sending it to the platform so that we can have it on time. You can even start reading it ahead. But the time and the schedules of reading will also be posted in the course of the month. Thank you very much for joining tonight. Thank you for being part of this journey with us, and see you at the topmost stop. But before we, can we please end the recording? Can we end the recording?